Hey guys, what's up? It's that Madden Gamer here, back again with another episode of the Under Center Podcast, episode 16. And today we are back with another mock draft edition of the Under Center Podcast. Today we'll be talking about a 7-round mock draft for the Detroit Lions, a full 32 pick first round mock draft is on the way. Now the Super Bowl is over and all of the draft picks are established. I was just waiting a week or two to see if there's any crazy trades that happen before I do it. So basically, yeah, we're right into this episode today. We're talking about the Detroit Lions, obviously, like we always do. Lions mock draft, 7 rounds. You know the rules. So let's get right into it. I am very excited for this mock draft because I think I put some good time and thought into it. I watched a lot of film on every single dude in here. I like what I've seen in most of them. Some dudes who I think will be a little bit more of a assumption pick here. Maybe this guy doesn't fall all the way. There's definitely some argument to be made that some of these picks will not be here when they get there. But I, in my heart of hearts, believe that they will be there. And so that's why I picked them for the Detroit Lions. Starting it off, round 1, pick number 7, I'm going Jamar Chase, wide receiver at LSU. In this scenario, it would have to be basically that teams trade up for quarterbacks. So there'd be 3 or 4 QBs going in the top 6. Assuming probably Philadelphia takes a quarterback, and then assuming probably if they don't go quarterback, a team like Philadelphia maybe goes Devontae Smith over Jamar Chase, because Jamar Chase is, in my opinion, a good separator, but Devontae Smith is an elite separator. So I think Devontae Smith might be a little bit more of what today's NFL brings. Jamar Chase, I think, in my opinion, after watching film, is a more well-rounded player because he does have that pretty good speed, 4.5, 4.4 speed. Good hands, good route running, and pretty solid separation. But Devontae Smith, definitely, I'd say, an elite separator. This is just, like I said, assuming that probably 3 or 4 quarterbacks go, and then Devontae Smith probably goes. So, round 2, pick number 41, we get Nick Bolton, linebacker from Missouri. This is assuming a guy like Zaven Collins falls to like the late first round, so the running linebacker probably wouldn't start. And it definitely could be there, but there's definitely a lot of arguments made that Nick Bolton will probably go higher than 41. I get it. I like Nick Bolton as a prospect a lot. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just, yeah, we need linebacker help desperately. I mean, desperately. So Nick Bolton, definitely a plug-and-play linebacker for sure. I'm guessing he'd probably play the Mike. And so, I mean, it's just a plug-and-play day 1 linebacker if Jared Davis does not return. Jared Davis, I'd assume, will be playing Mike linebacker for us if, he signs back. But we'll see. So Nick Bolton, this is the assumption Jared Davis is gone, and the assumption that Nick Bolton does fall to 41, which he definitely could. I don't think it's as likely as Jamar Chase falling to 7. Round 3, pick 72, Carlos Basham, edge out of Wake Forest. I had him going at this pick in my last mock draft. I love Carlos Basham as a prospect. Big, athletic, edge rusher. I like it a lot for a 4-3 defensive end. And a guy who with his hand in the dirt could be a pretty solid pass rusher in the NFL. I personally like him in bits over Gregory Rousseau. My edge 1 in the class is Jalen Phillips. Number 2 would probably be Kwity Paye. And then he's probably up there at number 3 or 4. I mean, that's my opinion. I know a lot of dudes aren't as high on him as I am, but I think he's definitely could be there in the 3rd round, pick 72. So we're going to take him. Carlos Basham, edge of Wake Forest. Round 3, pick 88, Dwayne Eskridge, wide receiver out of Western Michigan. You watch film on this guy, and I think he could definitely be there around 3. I think he probably could maybe even be there around 4. But this is assuming that the receivers go on a run here and people start taking receivers. Definitely a slot receiver. I think he's 5'9", 5'10". But he's a little bit more raw in the route running department. But you look at him, and he doesn't run amazing routes, but just track speed on this guy. Good hands, track speed, elite separator. Definitely more of a slot guy. I mean, I'd say you watch him at the Senior Bowl, he was a solid player there. Watch the one-on-ones, everything else they showed you at the Senior Bowl. But when I watched this film from Western Michigan, I mean, don't be wrong, the Macs produced some good players on the defensive side of the ball, but it looked like Mac defensive backs could not cover this guy just because of how fast he was, straight line speed. And he makes a lot of plays with the ball in his hands. Honestly, he reminds me of a guy like Deontay Johnson when I watched his film in college. But you just put him with, like, probably 4.3, legit 4.3 speed instead of, like, 4.4. So, I mean, I think he's an incredible playmaker. He's kind of like a budget Kadarius Toney with better hands, in my opinion. So, I would definitely love that pick at round 3, pick 88, the pick we got from the Rams in the Stafford trade. You get 2 receivers. Jamar Chase probably steps in as your day 1 number 1 receiver, assuming Marvin Jones and Kenny Galladay both leave. Dwayne Eskridge steps right in the slot there, takes over Danny Amendola. And the Lions, day 1, have 2 really young and really solid weapons for Jared Goff. Round 4, pick number 102, I have him going Trey Sermon, running back at Ohio State. Same pick as the last mock draft, same reasons. This guy, you watch his film. I watched him. I didn't watch any Oklahoma film of him really before the last mock draft, and I watched some Oklahoma film, and he really wasn't anything impressive. There's something when he went to Ohio State, it looks like maybe he put on some weight, and this dude was just a monster with the ball in his hands. Just a monster. Just ran between the tackles so incredible. Just a dominant force in the college football playoff and in the Big Ten championship game. That's where he really got his time to shine. 2 big games. You might say it's 2 games. That's why I think he'll be there in round 4, pick number 102. Honestly, he's probably a top 8 back in the class. So this would be an incredible pick. Get it between the tackles, kind of just punisher runner. And you can put him with DeAndre Swift. We need a power back. I don't think it's Kerryon Johnson. Johnson gets hurt too often. I like Kerryon a lot, but he just seems like he can't stay healthy. DeAndre Swift, you don't need him taking that much punishment. You got your short yardage, down to down, just punish your running back. And Trey Sermon from Ohio State, I like that pick a lot. Trey Sermon's a guy I've been doing a lot more film watching on, and really there's only a couple big games from him. But I like him. He doesn't run too straight up and down. I think at Oklahoma he ran really up and down, and in Ohio State his pad level was always really low. Ran through tackles, just a punisher, a dominant force in the run game. You love it. You want that guy on your team, especially with this new offense that Anthony Lynn's bringing in. You want that kind of running back on your team. All right. Round 5, pick number 136, we got Monty Rice, linebacker from Georgia. Same pick as last time. People go, well, yo, you have Nick Bolton going around 2. Why do you have another linebacker around 5? Because you need linebackers. And both these dudes are athletic guys, sideline-to-sideline players. Honestly, dude, I think Monty Rice is one of the most underrated linebackers in the draft. I said that before. I think he is. This dude has legitimate speed. He runs like stride for stride with receivers in coverage. And this dude is a really, really well-rounded player. I don't think he's like a stud by any stretch, but if he was like your depth linebacker, like he's what Jalen Reeves maybe should have been basically. If he is your depth linebacker, your worst case scenario, Nick Bolton and Jared Davis, or Nick Bolton and Christian Jones, or whoever gets injured, he has to go in and play. I think you can really live with that because I think he has pretty solid cover ability. I think he brings a sideline to sideline presence, and he's just a good linebacker. I think 3 or 4 years started in the SEC is pretty impressive. So definitely a great pick for them in round 5. But guys, that's about all I have. I want to keep this video short because I don't want to waste you guys' time too much. But, I mean, to go back through, I had round 1, pick number 7 being Jamar Chase. Round 2, pick number 41, Nick Bolton. Round number 3, pick 72, Carlos Basham. Round 3, pick 88, Dwayne Eskridge. Round 4, pick 102, Trey Sermon. And round 5, pick 136, Monty Rice from Georgia. I don't know why I only said the school on him. But, guys, let me know what you think down below. If you're a Lions fan, let me know what you think of this mock draft. I mean, I think it's a pretty good mock draft. If this happened, I would be completely okay with that. I'd give it probably a B+ or an A- mock draft for them if this happened in real life. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know, because I think this is a good mock draft, but y'all might disagree with it. And this is, have conversations in the comments. Learn more about different players. Learn different perspectives. That's the goal. So, guys, like I said, thank you for watching the video or listening to the podcast, whatever you're doing right now. I'll see you in the next one. With probably the next podcast will probably be another mock draft, probably a 32-pick mock draft, probably be a little bit longer, more in depth, because I've already gone over some of these prospects for the Lions in the last mock draft. So if you're into that, go check out the last mock draft. I made mock draft 2.0 is on the channel, so go check that out. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.